Welcome to DocAndDo, and in this quick little video I want to discuss the difference between an individual account and an organization account. And to do that, I'm going to show you, I've got a couple of browser windows open, and I'm going to show you the difference, the fundamental differences in there, and then tell you a little bit about some of the benefits of having the organization account set up for your company and having your personal one. Now what you're looking at on my screen right now is you've got three browsers, and each of them are logged into a different account. So what I have here is I've got ABC Company, so I'm logged in as a company, and in this browser right here we've got Frank Curtin, and that's logged in as obviously myself as a personal one, and then I've got a third one here called John Doe. All right, now what I do is when I come over here to the company here, I can come to this. So you'll click on this and you'll see this is the company's entity. This is where we've created it. So when we come in here, this is the company name. You can edit that and make it your company name when you create your organization account. And then we add people. And what you see what I've done here is I've added both Frank Curtin and John Doe as admin here. Now the power behind adding somebody as an admin, let's say John Doe and Frank Curtin were partners in ABC Company. By both being admins, we have full control over this entire organization and everything that's happening while we're logged in as ourselves. Now, if we were to ever sell this company, the changeover that it would take, all we have to do to maintain this integrity for the new buyer would be to add them as a user right here. We just simply type somebody else in. So maybe it's, somebody here, Pivot Point, maybe they bought it. We make them, we add them here, we pull this down, we make them an admin, we click add, they're in here, and we remove, with this trash can right here, we remove these two, and they now are the owners of this entity. The last thing that they would have to do once they've done that is they would literally simply come in here, they would come over to the plan stats here, and where the credit card is, they would come in here and update the credit card with a new one, or change credit card with a new one. It's that simple. And then they could, subscribe to whatever plan or keep it going, upgrade whatever they need to do. They would also come here to the email, and we would change out the email to their email if it's different than this. So it's completely up to them. So we've got the change of email where notifications come, we change the credit card, and then if you don't even need to change the profile because the profile is what it is. They just took over control of that company. Now, while this company may have all of these things right here, this is where the content lives. This is where things that are going to happen. This is how it's done. So now, if you'll come over here and you'll see I've got logged in as Frank, I have lots of entities that I can participate in. So for example, I've got a test company, I've got other test companies, I've got, you'll see series ones. Then I've got Pivot Point Enterprises, which is the owner of DocAndDo. And I have other things in here that I'm doing. But down here, you're going to notice ABC Company. And when I click on ABC Company, that's what it's going to bring up. It's bringing up exactly this. So if I make a change in the ABC Company, so let's say into welcome to my company, I'll come in here and I'll just type in welcome. You can see that I'm logged in as Frank doing this, right? I went ahead and did that. I come over here to John Doe, do a refresh, and now there it is. You'll have it the different sections there. So added a section in the business hours, right? Added in the welcome. So here are some updates that took place in doing this. So it's very, very powerful from this perspective on how it can get done. Now let's go back to the company itself. In the company itself, it's got a couple of things shown here, right? Added a section in the business hour section. So we now know that this thing has been done. So I can show more. There's another notification here. So there's the welcome to my company section when I added it. Now watch what I can do. When I click here, there it is. I told you I did welcome, right? So when we come back here, that's exactly what we had done over here. We went to this employee policy and we did welcome and we typed welcome in there. So by having an individual account versus having a business account, or what we call the organization account, I can participate in a lot more entities. And you saw in Frank Curtin's here, under this one here, when I come into this one, I have lots of businesses that have invited me to participate in some various things within their company. And it varies on the amount of things that they may have invited me. I may only have access to one thing in one company, and I might have access to the entire business in another. Like Pivot Point, I have the entire business. Connected Investors, I only have a couple of things. So the point is, the difference between the individual account, it's how I do my work, versus the other one where it's not. And so what I want to be clear on for you guys when you're creating these accounts, the tracking of activities that takes place and the power behind the tracking of those activities, you'll always know who's doing what in the business. You can see here that Frank did something here, not ABC Company did something. And if I do actions in other companies, it'll show up in them as Frank doing it. Because at the end of the day, people are the ones doing the work. The company is the one that owns the content that's being worked on. And that's it.